Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's...
Well, they say an early season... Snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Alpha. Ready.
2nd and 2. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, Delta. Check Mike.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Ineligible receiver.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Get it.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, it's long. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 112 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. And he works free. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot with him.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for, is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Block on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Bears have retaken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on third down, Luck. He's going to launch this thing way down and got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Mike, look out! Green innings!
On second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Luck now to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Defense wins championship.
A shotgun snap for Lott. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Lott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Luck. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They snap it to Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack on 1st down, Luck. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Love. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a 1st down throw, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, Love. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Taylor. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one, as that drive ends in 3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on, because you might wear the defense down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But
this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross, 79 yards, as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 20. Call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Shepard. And he's into the clear. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lock. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Go! Hey! Deep rip!
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's who you're looking for.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
Tackle. Bravo.
34-yard
Double
line.
tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
2nd and 14. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop us, baby.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't.
And he's going to go down again. Deshaun Hand make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Luck. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Taking it about the 36. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice... And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, stand off. Watch the slam. Check. Fresno. Slam.
Now. On third down, Chaney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They go to Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
2 times.
And they take a knee. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they will take a knee here. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And